What's that?
I choose my friends for the good quality. Can I come back?
No, you're going to have to stay with us because we need to speak to you.
Well, are you going out on YouTube Live for a start?
That's fine.
Okay.
We need to
Can I
speak
put
to
the
you.
bike over there? You take your hands off me. For starters, I didn't ask you to put your hands on me. That's assault.
You put your bike over there.
Okay?
Put your bike over there.
Am I being detained?
Yes. I'm PC Hopkins. This is PC Willocks. This is Dr. Jetton. Okay, there's an approved social worker called Mr. Turnbull, and then there's another doctor called Dr. Dager. Okay, they're here to speak to you because they believe you're suffering from a mental health illness, Mr. Bowen. So they need
My
to
name is
speak
here. Are you here to ridicule me?
No.
We'd like to come in and
We'd like to come and discuss it in the
Well, I'm not invited into my home. So can we take it
We have
somewhere
a
else?
warrant from the magistrates.
Can we take it somewhere else? I need to be somewhere. I need to be under appointment.
Mr. Locksmith, I'd like to stand him down, please.
We'd like to be able to talk with you in the privacy of your own home.
No, you're not invited
One
in.
would
Okay,
change.
well, fine.
Am I under arrest?
You're being detained under...
Am I being under arrest? Am I under arrest?
Not at the moment, you're detained under section 135 of the Mental Health Act. Right?
We have a
Committed a
warrant from the
criminal
magistrate.
offence.
So I'm free to go.
No, you're not.
We have a warrant from the magistrate. We've been concerned about you, and we have a warrant from the magistrate which allows us to gain access to your property.
Would you like to see it?
I hear what you're saying. Yes, to hear this.
That's your property.
Yeah? Is that okay?
Now, Mr. Bowen, as you said, we don't want to keep you in public. Can you go into your house and we'd like to have a chat?
No, say what you got to say here.
It's a public place.
It's a public place and we don't want to discuss your matters in public.
Then I have no expectation, reasonable expectation of
If you don't want to let us in, please have the power to
Of any privacy,
to a
do
place
I?
of safety.
Say again?
According to the warrant, we have powers to remove you to a place of safety to assess you. So if you want the police to take you to a place of safety, we will do that. But we prefer speaking to you in your house.
As you're not invited in.
So we don't have to be invited. The magistrate's given us authority to enter your house.
Read the back page, Mr. Bowen.
Okay.
Have a read of the back page, so then you can read...
I hear what you're saying, and I don't expect it'll be any different to what I read. So.
Yeah.
The paper says we're entitled to enter your premises.
I hear what you're saying. You've said that 3 times now.
So we'd like to enter your premises, but if you refuse us, we want to have a fight with you. We will take you to a place of safety to assess you.
A fight with me? Are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you, but we don't want to force you into...
We don't want to force you to do anything. That's the whole thing. Promise you, we do not want to force
But
you.
the doctor here just mentioned a fight.
That's a poor expression. He doesn't mean
A raw expression. You should use the correct words. Yeah, very poor.
Okay. We all make mistakes, isn't it? We all make mistakes.
So would you like to have a discussion with us in your house, or would you like to go to the place of safety? Thank you, Mr. Bowen.
For everybody watching, this is
Do you want me to say my name?
this is not invited.
Close the
Huh?
door. The other doctor's coming up as well. Okay. I'll just move in a bit to make a bit more room, because you don't want to go sit in the living room?
No, I'm fine. We're
Okay,
fine.
okay.
Okay, well, the reason we're here is because of concerns from the GP,
Right.
which you know all about.
Okay, I've spoke to my GP,
Yeah,
and I've had some concerns about it because I asked him not to raise a concern.
right, well, if you say something, if you have the conversation like
No,
that,
no, 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 no.
then things will happen as a consequence of that.
No, they won't happen as a consequence if I specifically say to her not to raise a concern, that I'm not at risk. I specifically said to her that I'm not at risk.
You mentioned that you are
Yes.
feeling suicidal.
No, she said, do I have thoughts of being suicidal? I said, yes. I said, but I'm not at risk of harming myself.
Sorry, the other doctors are going to come in. Because basically what's happened is this is an assessment under the Mental Health Act.
Right, okay. Can you close the door?
Yeah, well, just wait, the other doctors...
Because I feel embarrassed. I feel that you're humiliating me.
Well,
You're ridiculing me in front of my neighbours here.
There were no neighbours out there.
we're
We've been
inside
here
now.
for 25 minutes. You could have let us in well before now, Mr. Bowen.
Yeah.
So you've created this situation yourself.
But no, see, I had to have a shower because I have to be somewhere.
Why didn't you tell us that?
Because you couldn't hear me through the door.
Anyway.
Well, we're here now. And what we're trying to do, obviously it's the last resort to take somebody into hospital. That isn't the intention. The intention is just to check that things are okay. But
So it takes how many of you to do this, to come and question me?
Well, otherwise, if we haven't...
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's actually 5, Mr. Bowen.
There's another
Big
doctor
five.
coming.
There's another doctor.
Okay.
It's this is standard procedure for a mental health act assessment. I can't really see your face.
That's fine, I can see yours.
You can, okay. Well, I mean, we have, like I say, you said you're not feeling suicidal. She asked you a question. Did she go through a questionnaire or something with you?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Could you understand at all why she'd be concerned? Because we don't do these things lightly. There has to be some reason to act, basically to organise an assessment like this. There's obviously concerns raised, and she was concerned enough to...
I made my doctor aware
Yeah.
that I wasn't at risk of harming myself.
That you
I
were
went...
not at risk.
Say again?
That you were not at risk.
That I'm not at risk of harming myself. I also went to my doctor's, I believe it was yesterday,
Right.
and saw their senior manager and made a complaint that I'd already been visited under the same circumstances, to say that I specifically expressed that I was not at risk of harming myself.
She was just acting in your best interest. It might not
No,
feel like
no,
this.
she disrespected what I said. She breached a protocol.
She was worried.
She breached protocol.
It happens quite a lot. It happens all the time.
She
Doctors
breached
contact us.
protocol.
Mr. Bowen,
There isn't a
if
protocol
you
to be
told
breached.
her that you were intending to harm yourself or take your life,
No.
she has a duty of care.
No. Can I just apologise for speaking over you? I did not say I was going to harm myself.
Or end your
I
life.
said that I did not say I was going to end my life.
What did you say to her that would have raised her concern?
She asked me a question. Do I feel suicidal? And I said, do I have suicidal thoughts? And I said, yes.
And
I was expressing a place that I'm at, not that I'm going to carry out something. Yeah?
there were other concerns as well, so that you were talking in terms of the police, mental health services.
Well, that's a different subject. That's an ongoing matter elsewhere, isn't it?
Well, would you like to talk some more about that?
No, not at the moment. No.
I think it'd be quite a good idea to. This is the right situation to do it in. It might not feel like it, but it is.
No, I don't think it is.
Going on.
I don't think it is at all, because I don't think the police have been very helpful.
Well, the
And
police-
that's why it is an ongoing matter.
The only reason we asked the police to be present is because otherwise we wouldn't have got to be standing here, would we?
But the police need to attend to execute the warrant to gain access. We're so concerned that we went to the magistrate.
I understand that. You've expressed that to me.
So the thing is this, that's why the police are here with us. I mean, you said you had ongoing concerns about mental health services and about the police. Could you tell us about those?
No, it's a private matter.
What you
It's a
said-
private ongoing
I
matter.
spoke to the doctor about it the other day.
That's my doctor. It's in confidence.
But your doctor shared it with us as mental health professionals.
Well,
because
she shouldn't have
we
done that, should she?
If she didn't share those concerns with us, she would be breaching her duty.
It doesn't matter what the issues are. If you have concerns about me, I've already made you aware. You're here, right, because you think that I'm at risk of harming myself.
Or others. I mean, that's
Or others.
No, I'm not
Or
saying that,
others.
But usually that's what we do. I mean, I'm just saying you could be at risk to harming yourself.
Or others. That's a strong allegation to
I'm not
make.
saying that's what you. I'm just saying.
That's what you said.
I'm saying that's what we look for. I'm not
That's what you
saying
said. It's on here.
So obviously you're feeling quite upset by the whole situation.
Well, wouldn't you be?
Of course. Yeah, of course. But I mean, just in terms of your normal day-to-day life.
This is not normal to day-to-day life, is it?
Let's move aside from this and just talk about how things are actually going at the moment. How things have been for you over the last few weeks.
I don't answer questions. I've already explained to you. I am not at risk of harming myself. Is that not enough? Is that not enough for you? To say that, I've expressed that to you. I'm telling you now, I am not at risk of harming myself.
And you're not prepared to talk about the other matters that you spoke to the doctor about?
No,
Is there any reason why you won't?
because they're private matters. Do you talk about all your private matters to everybody? It's not your business. It's private business, it's not your business.
You were concerned enough about it yourself to actually go to your doctor to talk about it, so she was worried. That's why she, I mean, and you have had contact with mental health services before. I mean, this isn't the first time, is it?
It's not a game of words, you know. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm expressing to you that I'm not at risk of harming myself. In fact, I'm feeling intimidated. Yeah, go by the old experience if you've been here.
I can see how it could feel intimidating. But, I mean, it's just that in terms of we're not getting anywhere because you're not answering any of our questions either.
No, I'm not answering the questions you want me to answer. I'm not feeding into you what you're saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I don't quite know
That's why we're not getting anywhere.
feeding in. What do you mean by that?
We're not getting anywhere because I'm not satisfying what you want to say. What you want me to say.
I don't want you to say anything. I'm just
Well,
asking you.
there you go then. We've just finished. That's it then, isn't it?
No, we don't want you to say anything. We'd like to, your doctor was concerned. She contacted us, and that's why we are here.
Can you give me a drink of water, please?
I can, certainly will.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you with your plans for the day. You were heading out, were you?
Well, it seems that way, doesn't it? If I'm going out with a bike through the door, with a backpack on, you answer your own questions, really, don't you?
We need to be satisfied, Mr. Bowen, that things are okay, basically.
Well, I've just satisfied you to the best of my ability, but you don't seem to want to be listening.
Well, I'm listening. It's just the answers are a little bit abrupt, and you put some questions back on us.
The answers are reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. So as far as you're concerned, there is no. All we need to know is that there are no concerns that we don't have to worry. Basically.
My concerns are that you're here, that I feel actually ridiculed.
Well, it's nothing to do with being ridiculed.
That if there are any issues, that you're only compounding them.
So are there issues that you have?
It's none of your business.
When was the last time you actually came into contact with mental health services? Can I ask you that? I think when we called you today, you mentioned the crisis team. You've had contact
Thank
with
you.
them before.
Say again?
Crisis team, you've had contact with them before.
Have I?
Well, the other day when we called round, you mentioned something to do with the crisis team. So I'm just wondering whether you ever had contact.
When you called round, was that you at the door, was it?
It was a group of us, yeah. So it
Right.
was the same situation. We were just trying to carry out what we're carrying out now, except we didn't have the police because we didn't want to go that far.
Okay.
That's all we wanted is a chat, basically.
Well, you're from the mental health team, so you'll have it on record when that last contact is.
There's been
You know?
there's been contact sporadically, not for a while.
Do you think there's anything that mental health services could offer you at the moment?
Mental health have said that they won't offer me anything.
And what help did you want from them that they didn't say they could offer you?
Well, hang on, let me just figure that one out.
You said
What? Explain that again. What help?
Mental health services said they wouldn't offer you anything. In what situation was that? You approached them and they said no. Is that right?
Listen, I'm gonna express this, right?
Okay.
And I don't feel that that I need to, but I will do.
Okay.
I think my last contact with NHS Mental Health, because there's a mistrust issue there,
Sure.
I took 2 people with me. Now, I spilled my heart out to them about the issues that I have,
Ongoing issues, yeah.
ongoing issues that I have. And the response which I got back is they couldn't offer me anything. They wouldn't offer me anything.
What is it that you were looking for some support, basically? Some help, presumably.
Fundamentally, yeah, accountability.
Accountability?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something else, isn't it? Accountability.
Well, yeah.
That's not support or help. That's you wanted to help.
Listen, how much time have you got?
I've got time.
We've got time for you. This is important
We have
for
got
you.
time.
It's not important. Where do I know you from? Where do I know you from?
Where do you know me from?
Yeah, did I film you in McDonald's car park asking you why you'd
Why,
been down to McDonald's?
why I was buying my breakfast.
Why you was buying food in
In uniform in the marked police car.
a marked police car? Yeah.
That's it.
Right. So this was a while ago, was it?
It's a few months ago now, wasn't it?
6 or 7 months.
Okay. So we're back to accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
What sort of accountability did you want?
what responsibility do you want mental health services to take?
Well, it's pointless, you know.
Have we been harassing you think?
Say again?
Have we been harassing you?
Have you been? It depends what you call harassment, really, isn't it? Physical or mental harassment? Or is it harassment? Is deflection and denial harassment, you know?
So you went with two people, made an appointment.
Yeah.
In
For them to turn me away, basically.
Just interested in what you wanted from them is accountability. Normally you go to mental health services if you're having a crisis
Listen.
and you want us to help.
Yeah.
That's normal.
I'm coming from a direction. You're looking at me, right? You're trying to assess me to see if I'm okay,
That's my job.
right? So is that part of? Are you saying that you're here to help me or just to assess me? Because
Assess
Both.
and then help you.
Both.
to help me in which way? Because I haven't found you very helpful in the past.
Well, we don't know what help you want.
What experience led you to have those feelings? And something you must have had a bad
So
experience.
let me get this straight. Obviously, you're police officers,
Yeah.
and
Your health side of it, Mr. Bone, we're not here.
right.
Involved with,
This is
right?
what I'm picking up on now.
Separate.
But we,
Right.
let me just clarify my bit. That warrant, the magistrate says,
Yeah.
we...
I understand.
enforce-
I
so
see that. Yeah.
And we can stay here to allow them to conduct their business.
Okay.
You're talking your medical stuff and your mental stuff, and your
Okay.
private stuff. It's not actually anything to do with us, but we are here, yeah, because the magistrate says we have to ensure that they can do their job, and we have to stay till
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
completed.
I understand
That's
that.
it.
All right. Thanks
I'm
for
not
making.
recording anything.
Yeah.
I'm not writing anything down. It's nothing to do with me. Same
Have
as
you
Charlie.
got a camera on?
No, nothing at all.
No, we haven't got a camera.
We don't do, no, we wouldn't
Okay.
do that to you, I promise.
All right. Thank you for making me aware. So there's a divide line between like your capacity at the moment and your working capacity at the moment. Then. Yeah.
In terms of...
Your work capacity.
So I don't know what you mean.
You're from mental health.
I'm a social worker in the prison.
You're a social worker
Yeah.
from mental health.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And there's two doctors. The other doctors she'll be up the stairs in a minute. It's just, this is, like I said, a mental health act assessment. Have you ever had one of those before?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? No. You've been in hospital before, Mr. Briggs. I couldn't find that on record.
Could you not?
Wasn't on, I think if it, just if you can't mind
I'm gonna have to take this off.
yeah.
All right, 'cause it seems like we're going to be here for a little while. All right.
Yeah, and I apologise for how it looks and
How it looks.
for how it feels
It's
to you.
absolutely-
There's no other way of doing it when
It's terrible.
When concerns are raised and someone is not willing to at least assure us, we have to just. We have
I assured you.
As a last resort.
It's not that I wasn't willing. I assured you,
Right. Not face to face, not in person.
but I let you know.
Yeah, the doctor didn't let me know.
At the door.
Well, you mentioned you thought we were evil and corrupt.
What?
That's what you said the other day when we called round. You said go away that mental health services were evil and corrupt.
I did not say fuck off. You're evil and corrupt.
You may have done.
Yeah,
No, you may have done.
that's my
We haven't
feelings.
done
Yeah.
anything.
So that expresses a feeling, doesn't it, from the past?
What are you going to do of the video you've been taking?
Say again?
What are you going to do with the video and the pictures you've been taking?
Why do you ask?
I'm asking
Because I mean, you know,
we're
you
all
speak about
honest.
data protection. I mean, obviously.
if you put it on the internet, you know I can sue you for putting my, picture on the internet.
Can you?
Yeah,
Do you realise where I am?
I don't know.
Huh?
I mean,
Do I realize what? Who
Do you
are?
realise where I am?
Where
You're in my home.
Of course, I'm in your home, but we have.
Then what are you going to sue me on?
We have authority to be here.
To do? Yeah, it's my home.
Yeah. Okay.
did you ask us permission to?
I don't have to ask you permission in my own home. Ask the police there. Do I have to ask them permission to film in my own home? Do I have to ask them permission to film a public servant in the public domain?
No, you don't have to ask permission.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you're in my home, it's my private space. If you're in the public domain, you have no reasonable expectation to privacy.
But I will say, it doesn't make it right.
Morally.
It doesn't make it right. And it doesn't make it appropriate. And it doesn't make it helpful.
To you?
No, not just saying generally, not just about this situation. It doesn't always make it helpful, does it?
To you? Why does it not? Why do you feel threatened by it?
How does it help
Nobody
you?
feels threatened, do they?
How does it help you?
Nobody feels threatened.
Threatened
Shall we
because-
have a little
Chat.
chat?
back in a few minutes. Thank you for talking to us.